Welcome back. Today in this video, let us understand related to Azure Data Factory, one of the activity called wait activity. So wait activity, as you know, it is one of the most commonly used activity inside Azure Data Factory pipelines. So let us understand Azure Data Factory wait activity in detail. So before getting started, if you haven't subscribed for this channel and you are new to this channel, so please subscribe and also press bell button for instant notifications, and also share with your colleagues and friends who are interested to learn about data and data engineering. So let's get started. So wait activity, in a simple words, it creates a specific delay in your pipeline of Azure Data Factory, right? So that is where wherever you want some delay to be added in your Azure Data Factory execution, pipeline execution, so you add a wait activity there. Suppose in any other programming languages, you create a delay, right? So for certain period of time with certain whatever like number of seconds or number of minutes you want to create a delay. So this, in the same way, wait activity works here. And as a definition, pipeline waits for a specific period of time before continuing with the further execution of subsequent activities. So that's where we use wait activity. And we will also discuss a few demo in the real time, demo in the sense where exactly we can apply, or based on our experience, based on my experience, I'll share where exactly wait activity can be actually used, so that not only learning by the theoretical, we can also understand where to apply the wait activity, right? So let's get started with the demo. As you can see, I'm into Azure Data Factory author tab, and here I'll be able to create a new pipeline. So I'll just give a name as a PL demo wait, right? So now to use the wait activity, definitely the best option is to search here and get the wait activity, or else you can also search in maybe in general, might be you'll get it. Yeah, you can get it from here as well. So once you get the wait activity, you can, as usual, you can give the name of activity and description of the activities, so which describe what exactly you are trying to do, so that it will be more readable for other developers. And here, this is important, where we define a wait for a number of seconds. Suppose if you want to wait for like say 10 seconds, suppose if you want to wait for like say 100 seconds, so that number of seconds you can create a delay. So apart from that, you don't see any other options here. The wait activity is pretty simple. So let me create a delay of 10 seconds. So when I create a delay of 10 seconds, what exactly happens? So let me create a one more wait activity here. So here I'll just create a wait of 1. So this I'll create a, name it as wait for 10 second. And here I'll create a activity called wait for 1 second. So when I execute this, since these are sequential, right? Like a wait activity, once this first wait activity is completed, then only it will go for the next wait activity, right? Since that's the reason, so this wait activity will wait for 10 seconds. That means it is executing for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds only, it will release the control to the next further subsequent activities. So as you can see, just if you can refresh it, so by now the 10 second is, it has waited, like as you can see, 11th second it is completed, and it has given the control to the next activity, and next activity is completed within 2 seconds. So that is where it is important to understand this, where we need to create the delays. So coming back to this slide, create delay in execution sequence that we have already seen, create delay in loops and until activity. So until activity, I think we have already discussed in the previous video in the same playlist. You can go and check. If not, I can still explain you that. So let me delete this one and create a for each loop here. And inside for each loop, I can add a say delay. So what happens is, whenever I'm executing this for each activity, each time it goes inside uh, inside the for each activity. So there might be other activities also, right? There might be say copy activity, there might be some store procedure activity after this. There might be any number of activities subsequently, right? But before getting into the next flow, it waits for 1 second, or say like I can create for like 10 seconds. It waits for 10 seconds, and then only it further proceeds. So in each iteration, this happens because I'm in a for each loop. In the similar way, in if conditions also you can use it. So I mean, it doesn't matter. So wherever you use it, end of the day. Similarly, you can use in until activity, where in until also you can create a delay basically. And you can create a delay conditionally. So as I mentioned, in if condition also, or like a switch condition, you can create a delays based on the condition and create delay on the availability. So this is actually we can use in real time. Suppose take for example, you are having a lookup activity. So this lookup activity will give you, say for example, this lookup activity is getting connected to some database, and you are getting some value out of this. And based on this value, okay, so like there might be a if condition. So based on the value of the lookup activity, I'll check some condition whether that particular value what I'm expecting is there or not. If it is there, I'll create some delay. If it is there, I'll execute it. Or if it is not there, I'll create a delay, and then I can particularly loop it back. Okay. So just for the sake of making it more readable, as you can see, so what I'm doing here is I'll check in database, or in take of example in file system. Okay, so I'll check whether the particular file exists or not. You can use a get metadata also, as you know. So using get metadata also, I can or lookup. So basically, I can check something like a file exists or not, or a particular row exists or not. So based on that, if it exists or not exists, so say if the particular file exists, so then I do a copy. That is in true, I can give copy activity. In false, I can create a wait. So I can wait for say like 1 hour or 2 hour, and then come back again, look up again, check a file exist or not. So if it is again not existing, again I'll create a delay here, and again the control will flow back to the lookup. Something like this, right? So I can make utilize of a wait activity. So hope the scenarios are clear with respect to wait activity. Thanks for watching.